Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I am Mike, your host through my collection of physical media. And today is a really cool episode. I've got some really great movies, some badass movies to show you. A couple of these are some new ones. A couple of these I've pulled out that I haven't seen in a while, which is really cool. And well, here's a movie. Let's just start right off. Well, wait a minute. Before we start, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe, hit the like button, share, comment, I don't know, do all that stuff you got to do. It's really cool when you subscribe and hit the bell, and you're notified when I release a new episode, yada yada yada. So once we got all that done, I usually do it at the end, but let's do it at the beginning. Why not? So the first one, this is a release. This is a movie from Clint Eastwood. This came out in '69, I think, '69, and it was a movie I've never had from Clint Eastwood. Honestly, it's like I believe I may have seen it on TV a long time ago, but it's not one that they show often. It's really not. I'm talking about this may be the first time they were. Is this the first time Don Siegel directing? I'm talking about Coogan's Bluff, directed by Don Siegel, written and directed by Don Siegel, starring Clint Eastwood. They always work very well together, and Coogan is Clint Eastwood, and he's kind of a sheriff's deputy out in Arizona. And people, the running joke through the movie is they think he's from Texas because he wears a cowboy hat and everything, and it's kind of a little in-joke and stuff. So basically he has to go to New York and track down, bring back to Arizona a criminal who's wanted for a case. I don't know if it's a murder case or drug case or something. He's just this crazy guy. So this was done during, you know, the years of like kids, what do you call it? The revolution, peace and love and all that stuff in the late 60s. So it's kind of like this guy's like he's on acid and he's like a big druggie and he's spaced out, and they're kind of cliche characters, because everybody that does drugs is crazy or something, But this guy's whacked out, and he's played by Don Stroud, I believe, and he does really good. Lee J. Cobb's in it as the captain, sergeant, main detective or whatever in New York. He does a great job. But yeah, it's a great movie. I've never seen it before. This is just the regular Universal DVD release of it. I believe Kino has released a great Blu-ray of it. I think it may have just come out. I know there's some German and UK releases of it also on Blu-ray, but came across this and got it. Never seen it before. Really good. Clint Eastwood's really good in it. It's got Susan Clark, who would go on to be Webster's mom on the TV show from the 80s, Webster. Well, she's in it. She's got longer hair. You kids from the 80s might know that. So yeah, Coogan's Bluff. I recommend you get that if you haven't already found it. Next up, I wanted to rewatch a movie that I haven't seen in a while. But it's one of these movies, they made a lot of great action, suspense, thrillers in the 90s and everything. And everybody was making them. And it pretty much lasted the whole decade. I mean, they were just turning out really good thrillers and stuff. Well, this is a cornucopia of action stars and badassery. This movie from 1997, Copland. Really good movie. Big cast: Sylvester Stallone, Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro. I mean, come on. I mean, that is a cast. Really good movie. Sylvester Stallone plays this. He's like a sheriff's deputy too. He's like he's the sheriff of this little New Jersey town that's right over the bridge from New York. So these cops, there's this group of cops that are crooked and blah blah blah, and they kind of come to this little town. They live in New Jersey, so it's basically this one-horse town, you know, where all these cops live. So they kind of nicknamed it Copland. So basically a mystery unfolds involving some cops and a killed cop, or a cop that got shot, and starts unloading this mystery, starts coming undone and stuff, and it's really good. Ray Liotta is really good in this movie. I mean, he's kind of playing a supporting role, I guess, or would you say they're all vying for the star? I mean, it mainly focuses on Sylvester Stallone and Ray Liotta. They have a real dynamic in this movie. So I highly recommend Copland if you haven't seen it. Add it to your collection. It's a great movie to come back to when you're wanting to watch some movies, you know, Sylvester Stallone or something like that. So it's good. It's kind of a good movie in a way to pair it up with Goodfellas, because you get some of the same actors doing different work. So there you go, Copland. Next up, this is a movie recently got. This movie stars Paul Newman and Lee Marvin. This movie is called Pocket Money, and pretty cool, pretty interesting movie. It's got a lot of little comedy aspects going on with it, because they both play these guys that are trying to scam somebody that's trying to scam them, dealing with some horses from Mexico, and Paul Newman's trying to get out of the whole. He's kind of a 5-time loser kind of person, you know. He's just been in and out, and he's wanting to just say the hell with all this stuff I've been doing and just start a regular life and stuff. And Lee Marvin plays like he's kind of just like Paul Newman, just a little older and stuff. And really, Lee Marvin is just, I don't know, his character is really not over the top funny, but he just has this, makes you smile throughout the movie. He's just got a great performance and stuff. It's one of those movies where you just got to put it on and watch it. Now, this came out in 1972. It's directed by Stuart Rosenberg. What else can I say about it? It's got Strother Martin in it. Hector Alonso plays it's an early role for him, and it's not much on this disc, just a trailer, but it's one of those movies. Search it out and find it. It's one of those movies from the 70s, man. There's just so many good movies from the 70s, and this is something interesting movie one night. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a good movie. So check it out. I know sometimes I don't describe these movies in the most literal, critical, you know, breakdown of the film and its layers and it's this. I don't do all that sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like telling you, like I'm talking to you, like, hey man, check this movie out. I watched this movie last night. It's called Avalanche Express, and it was really cool. It had Lee Marvin and the dude from Jaws. God, what's his name? Robert Shaw. Like that, guys. So anyways, Avalanche Express. Really interesting movie. It's got this great train part of the movie. It's like this movie takes place on a train, and it's hard to, I don't know, it's weird. Let me read you this one. It just, a U.S. undercover agent, Harry Wargrave, has a straightforward assignment. Escort a Soviet defector, played by Robert Shaw, on Europe's Milan to Rotterdam train. Then cross the Atlantic and deliver his charge to Washington like a package. Easier said than done. As they get into this thing on the train, Commandos are out to stop Harry, and a new weapon may be deployed in this Patriot game, a devastating avalanche. So, veteran director Mark Robson, who goes all the way back to the RKO days, directing, he directed Wheeler and Woosley, and I think some of the Astaire and Rogers movies. Is the director on this. This is close to one of his last. Mans the controls as a first class cast powers the excitement of this thriller that barrels through scenic locations in constant danger. Robert Shaw, the star of Jaws, this would be his last movie, his final movie, is the calculating, freedom-bound Marenkov. He's a Russian defector. Academy Award winner Lee Marvin plays a dutiful, cynical Wargrave, and Linda Evans from TV's Dallas, as you may remember. Also, a pretty cool performance by Maximilian Schell. He's in this. Horst Buchloff, that dude from The Magnificent Seven. Joe Namath and Mike Connors are all in this. They all earn a Cloak and Dagger badges as the story bullets from streets to iron rails to the sea. All aboard the Avalanche Express. And that's how Warner Archive Collection describes this movie. It's really cool. Robert Shaw's last movie, I believe this movie was like 1977, 79. I think it was 79. I didn't know it was that late. I was thinking it was 77. But anyways, great movie. Another Lee Marvin performance. This is new. I had never seen this. I'm trying to skip around and find some Lee Marvin movies I don't have, and this was one of them. So, pretty interesting movie. It's a movie to come back to again in case you missed some stuff. Robert Shaw is pretty good as a Soviet agent, and like they said, it's got some Cloak and Dagger, Patriot games type of stuff going on. It's really interesting. Finally, guys, I got a double Blu-ray disc here. It has two movies. This is from Mill Creek Entertainment, and on the back it's described as two blood-curdling classics now in high definition. The movies would be Mr. Sardonicus and the Brotherhood of Satan. Now, I was looking for the Brotherhood of Satan on Blu-ray, and I had to get this, and I believe I got it for $7, and I was really happy. I already had Mr. Sardonicus on a what's his name? Gosh, William Castle set. So I was really interested in the Brotherhood of Satan. Also, Strother Martin is in this. L.Q. Jones, who was in a lot of Peckinpah movies and stuff like that. So basically, let me read you the back of the Brotherhood of Satan. Now, this was a movie that L.Q. Jones actually was one of the writers for, or he produced it. I thought he produced it, and he's one of the stars and stuff. He plays a sheriff. But children are mysteriously disappearing. Their parents are being violently murdered. When their car stalls, Ben and his family are stranded and are forced to join the sheriff, a priest, and the prominent Doc Duncan in trying to unravel this frightening web of events. Suddenly, KT disappears, triggering a frantic search that results in the startling discovery of a deadly coven led by Doc Duncan himself, which is Strother Martin. And Ben and the others must make desperate attempts to stop these witches from performing a satanic ritual that transports their malevolent, gosh, I can't even say it, their spirits into an innocent children, thus creating yet another generation of satanic worshippers. Really crazy. It's really crazy, but really good also. It's like a great drive-in movie. Like this came out in what was this, 78? 1970? I don't know. It can't be right. 78. I don't know. But anyways, the Brotherhood of Satan, great movie. Find it. It's on DVD all day. You can find the old DVD release of it. Check it out. It's a great movie. It's one of those good movies to put on Friday night about midnight. Watch it. It's you know, it's pretty creepy. It's got some chilling shit going on in it. So check it out. Brotherhood of Satan. Or find that set, Mr. Sardonicus. I'm sorry I didn't describe it, but it's a good movie too. It's a great William Castle movie. But this time it's not a movie filled with buzzing seats and ghosts coming out of closets and stuff. This is a different kind of William Castle movie. More in the vein of the Poe movies that Roger Corman was making at the time and stuff. So pretty cool disc, well worth $7 any day. So there you go, guys. I hope you like this episode. I hope you like these. If any of these, I have to really recommend you check out. I mean, of course, everyone's a big Clint Eastwood fan, and you have to go get Coogan's Bluff. That's just without saying. But two movies I want to recommend is The Brotherhood of Satan. I think it's a great drive-in movie. Well worth picking up for sure. And Copland. I think it's a great drama. It's got some action. It's got some great stuff going on in it. Highly recommend Copland. So those are two that I really recommend, guys. So go out there, find those movies, watch them on TV, stream them, buy the DVD, buy the Blu-ray, buy the Laserdisc, buy the 8-track soundtrack if you have to. But go out and get these movies. They're really good. And that's about it for this episode. And as always, subscribe, comment, like. I really appreciate it. So until next time, guys, I am Mike. And these are my movies. I'll see you later, guys. Goodbye.